All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into this week's edition of the South Florida Comedy Calendar. This show where every single week we keep you up to date on what happened, what's happening, and what's coming up in South Florida comedy, guys. Last week we had an amazing lineup of shows going out throughout South Florida and at the Miami Improv. This week is also a jam-packed lineup. Not only are we going to be talking about the Miami location of the Improv, we're also going to be talking about Fort Lauderdale and some of the dope things that they got going on out there this week. But starting off, I am your host, Sebastian Alvarez, as I am every single week, guys, here on the Comedy Calendar. I'm a local comedian. I also work over at the Miami Improv in Doral, and I'm joined by my co-host, who also is a comedian and works over at the Improv in Doral, my man, Art Roach. How you doing today, Art?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good, Sebastian. I recently, I'm applying for a gig to work film and audio for Coldplay. So looking forward to that gig. I haven't been keeping up with Coldplay recently, so I'm not sure what's been going on. But I'm interested. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good time, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very coveted position. You know, they always love going into the audience and really showing what's going on in the crowd. So
yeah, I think they've always done a good job. And what I'm hoping is really to be able to network and meet some high-powered people that could help us in like our comedy career and
right, some CEOs or something like
exactly.
that. Cool, very cool.
Or even like heads of HR, for example. You can meet a head of HR like that.
They could really help us out in what we're trying to do. 100%. Couldn't agree more, Art. Couldn't agree more. But until we find that CEO and HR rep, we are going to be kicking it right here on the Comedy Calendar the way we always have, which is recapping and letting you guys know about what you missed this weekend in South Florida comedy. I want to start off by giving a huge shout out to Mike Epps and his team, who came through and absolutely destroyed the Miami Improv. Did 6 shows. They added a 9:30 show last night on Sunday, and it completely sold out by the time the show happened. It was amazing. We had sold out shows all weekend. The energy and the vibes in there were incredible. We had Larry Dog performing. He featured on those shows and was bringing the house down every single time he hit the stage, man. It was really, really dope. So huge shout out to Mike Epps and his whole team for coming through the Improv and really giving us an amazing weekend.
Yeah. No, big shout out to TC and Stax. The TC is his manager. Stax works with him. I think his son, TC's son. And big shout out, man. I mean, they had, you know, you warned people. You said, guys, it's going to sell out. It's going to sell out. Guess what? All the shows sold out. We had every show, 25, 50 people standing outside trying to buy tickets after the show started. So, guys, when you hear Sebastian saying it's going to sell out, believe him. Go in and buy those tickets right away.
Yeah, guys, this ain't my first rodeo. We've seen how these numbers move every single time. So that's why you got to stay locked into the Comedy Calendar so you can make sure if you ever want to come out and see one of these incredible shows when one of the big, huge headliners comes through, like Mike Epps, like some of the other guys that we got coming through the Miami Improv the rest of the year, or at Fort Lauderdale, you definitely got to keep it in tune with the Comedy Calendar, guys. What else did we have going on last week, Art?
Well, la semana pasada, el jueves, yo tuve el primer show oficial mío en español. El amigo mío, Wilson Escobar, me invitó. El show fue en Hoy Como Mañana, Hoy Como Ayer, en Calle 8. Y bueno, fue súper chévere. El restaurante, la comida es increíble. El ambiente es súper bueno. Las meseras, los bartenders son gente de alta calidad. Y tú ves que es un lugar bien, bien fino. Al final del show tuvo como una fiesta de salsa, de bailar salsa, y fue súper increíble. De verdad, tuve que el lugar está bien lleno de energía. Voy a regresar en un mes, 2 meses, vamos a hacer el show otra vez, y si Dios quiera, vamos a tener hasta Wilson aquí en estudio para hacer una entrevista con él.
Very cool. Looking forward to that. All right. Moving on, though, to this week in South Florida comedy, guys, we are starting off on Monday. Art, you have a little promotion that you want to talk about.
I'm going to jump right in, Sebastian. So, guys, BT's South Miami, down there by Bougainvillea in South Miami by US 1. It's been there forever. If you guys have not been there recently, you guys got to come in. You guys got to check it out. They have a whole new management staff. They're turning everything around there. I went there last week, Thursday, for the first time in years, and I was very, very surprised. I was very, very pleasantly surprised. They have, I mean, the whole place, they're ramping it up. They have a ton of events that are going to be coming up, and you guys are going to be hearing about it here on the Comedy Calendar. And a big shout out to a friend of mine, Hugo, who's working there doing content for them. He actually sent me a little video to get you guys kind of in the mood to go.
Let's try, we're going to move each other. Coming on after our party in Miami-Dade. Let's right here and stop.
Big shout out, Hugo. for putting that together for us. A lot more to come. You got, and just so everyone knows, before 10 o'clock, all drinks are half off. So any day of the week, before 10 o'clock, get in there. Drinks are half off. BT South Miami, you can't go wrong, guys. So we're definitely going to be shouting out some more stuff, some more events coming up here in the next couple of weeks.
Very cool. Moving on to Tuesday this week, guys, we are going to be, you are going to be up at Bioshi, which is ran by Julie Baez. You're going to be doing some time out there. Talk a little bit about Bioshi and what they got to offer.
Yeah, the July 22nd, Pembroke Pines, 8 p.m., Bioshi Food Hall. It's like a fusion Asian food hall. So they have like 5 or 6 restaurants inside the same place. They have a really nice bar to the right. That's where we do the comedy shows. Julie Baez, local legend down here in South Florida. This whole weekend she was at the Comedy Inn, ripping it apart over there.
Nice.
And so she's going to be, she does this show every week on Tuesday. I will be hosting this week. So definitely come out, show some love. The food is amazing. The drinks are amazing. And the lineup she's going to have is going to be nothing but the best comedians over here. I've actually reached out to a couple of comedians that have been on the podcast before to see if they'll come out and show some love while I'm hosting. So it's going to be a good show.
Very cool. Very cool. Looking forward to that. Moving on to Wednesday, though, over at the Miami Improv, guys, I am super excited for this show because we have not only our favorite show that comes through the Improv in Miami and Fort Lauderdale every single month, but this time I'm going to be hosting for you guys. If you want to come out, you can always come out and say Comedy Calendar or that you're with me at the door, and we'll be able to get you guys in. But that is for Have Nots Comedy, guys. Come out on Wednesday, support at 8 p.m. They have a secret lineup that's going up. We don't have a flyer with the faces, so you guys have only to look forward to some of the best comedians in South Florida.
Well, let me jump in, Sebi, real quick, because I did reach out to Dom right before we started filming, and he sent me a lineup, and it's going to be ridiculous. So first, we got Sebastian Alvarez starting things off. We got Sergio Mendes coming through, Amber Joy Lane, Pookie F. Baby, Jay Moreno, Dom P., and Lando.
Very cool.
So the best of the best in South Florida all together in one place. You can't beat that.
There you go. So that's the lineup on Wednesday, guys. A jam-packed lineup. You guys have a lot to look forward to if you do come out to that show on Wednesday. If you want to get tickets, you can go to Have Nots page and you can go right there to their Eventbrite where you can redeem tickets, or you can go on MiamiImprov.com as well and you can get tickets right through the Improv website. Either way, you definitely want to be out there on Wednesday because the Have Nots always bring out the best in South Florida, not only on stage but also in the audience. It's always a fun vibe. The people that come out, they understand that this is the local scene. This is the people that are out there every single night in Miami grinding and trying to get better and better and represent this city whenever we travel. So we love the opportunity that Have Nots gives us to perform on the best stage in town and in Fort Lauderdale as well, all the time. So if you don't already, actually go follow Have Nots because they've been putting out some amazing content in terms of the clips from their shows, the best jokes, the best things. If you ever miss a Have Not show, they go up there in a really, really well shot edited clip. You can thank Dart Vision who captures those. He's our boy here. He's actually back here behind the cameras in the studio right now, but he captures all that stuff and takes the pictures for the Have Not show. So that's another thing you guys look forward to. If you come out at the Have Not show, you might get some nice pictures taken of you by the man himself, Dan. He's always taking amazing crowd shots. So you never know, you might come out on the page.
Yeah. And this is one of those shows. I mean, people are always asking like, hey, how can I support the Comedy Calendar boys? When are you guys performing? Wednesday, Sebastian is performing at the Miami Improv. You want to show love? Come out, show love. I'll be there in the front. Are you working Wednesday as well and performing?
No, I'm not working.
So I'll be working. I'll be in the front, greeting everybody, sitting everybody, taking all of you guys to your seats. And then when the show starts, Sebastian's going to come out and perform. So you get a little double dose of the Comedy Calendar boys, you know? And Dart's going to be there. So if you say hi to him, you'll take your picture. You get a nice picture of yourself, you know? You can't miss it, man. This Wednesday.
Yeah, really looking forward to that, guys. Again, 8 p.m. Be out there at the Miami Improv. Moving on, though, to this weekend's lineup of shows. It's a combo promotion that we're going to be doing right now with Fort Lauderdale and Miami because we have Country Wayne coming through and performing at both spots this weekend, guys. It's very rare that a comic can come through and actually do that, so it's super impressive to see it happening this way. On Thursday, he is going to be in Fort Lauderdale, so you're going to be able to go up to the Fort Lauderdale Improv. If you're in that area, you can go catch him on Thursday there at 8 p.m. Or 7 p.m. I'm sorry. Doors will be opening at 6. You can go to FortLauderdaleImprov.com and get your tickets there. For the rest of the weekend, he is going to be at the Miami Improv. So then from Friday to Sunday, guys, he's going to be there doing shows, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. And you guys have that to look forward to if you're in the Miami area and you want to come out and support the shows. It's going to be incredible shows because this guy's been performing for years. He's a consummate professional. He's been around the country many, many, many times, has specials out. So if you haven't seen his content, go follow him on socials and go check it out. You definitely want to come out to the shows this weekend. Again, MiamiImprov.com if you're coming to the shows in Miami over the weekend, FortLauderdale.com, FortLauderdaleImprov.com if you're going to the show on Thursday over there.
No, he blew up in 2014 is like the first time he blew up and went viral. And since then, I mean, it's just been a ramp up and a ramp up. I saw his Netflix is a Joke special. I gotta give he to me he looks and sounds like a Southern Eddie Murphy. You know what I mean? He's got in the special he's wearing this like black suit with like I don't know if it's sequins or whatever it is, but it's like shiny black suit, and he's ripping with like a Southern accent. And the animation, the jokes, the things he's talking about reminded me so much of Eddie Murphy. So that to me in my mind that's what stuck out. It was like a Southern Eddie Murphy. So guys, you can't miss it. He's gonna be at the Fort Lauderdale and the Miami Improv this weekend.
No excuses.
No excuses.
Heck yeah, man. Moving on, though, to Saturday at the Miami Improv. If you're not coming to those Country Wayne shows, you don't think that that's your jam, this might be a little bit more up your alley. On Saturday, I am really, really, really excited. I have been looking forward to this show for a very long time. Guys, Dunces and Dragons at the Miami Improv this Saturday, July 26th. It starts at 3 p.m., guys. Doors are going to be opening at 2 o'clock. They have a bunch of vendors coming through that are going to be able to hook you guys up with some cool opportunities to get some dope stuff. Not only that, but there's going to be the opportunity for you guys to come in costume. They are encouraging you guys to come as if you play Dungeons and Dragons, your Dungeons and Dragons characters, or if you just have a costume or a cosplay that you enjoy doing, you can come in costume and be in character for the show. They encourage this. Nerds are welcome, guys. It's this Saturday at the Miami Improv. If you don't know what we're talking about, it is a live Dungeons and Dragons event, guys. They've been doing these shows, if you don't know what it is already, for a long time at the Villain Theater. Go follow Dungeons and Dragons on Instagram. You can also follow Tom Chamberlain and catch any of the actual content on his page. You can go right to Dungeons and Dragons and see just what it is. It's a live event where they get some of the funniest improv comedian actors in town, and they get them on stage to be in character and perform a really incredible live improvised show. And
you don't know how it's a game, so you don't know how it's going to go. I mean, they really are playing the game and then improvising as situations come up. I think, we just had, for any of the South Florida comedy fans that are also like Comic-Con fans, and this is like a mini Comic-Con at the Miami Improv. You know what I mean? Get dressed up, come in there. It's going to be all the like-minded people. The show's going to be awesome, unlike anything you can see anywhere else. And at the end, you're probably going to leave making some new friends. You know what I mean? You're probably going to be part of a bigger community. And for me, myself, personally, I would love for this to go so well that we can start to repeat and see more and more of these kinds of events at the Miami Improv, especially at a 3 p.m. show at the Miami Improv. Dude, anything that can work at that time would be so amazing.
100%. And if you guys want to get tickets to that show, you can go to MiamiImprov.com right now and go scoop up some tickets to that. They are going fast, so you definitely want to get your tickets before you get there to the show, guys. But I am super excited for this. This is nothing like anything we've had at the Miami Improv, at least since I've worked there. So you guys have a really interesting, unique show to look forward to this Saturday at the Miami Improv. Moving on, though, to the weekend of shows that we are going to be having at the Fort Lauderdale Improv this weekend. Country is going to be there on Thursday, but from Friday to Sunday, we have our boy, friend of the show, Ian Bagg, who is going to be performing at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. Guys, if you haven't catched our interview that we just did with him, go back and watch the clips on our social media, or you can go back and watch the full episode on Facebook or YouTube. But Ian is going to be bringing his incredible style of crowd work mixed with stories, mixed with, just incredible mastery of the art. He's going to be putting it all together and putting it all out there for you guys at the Fort Lauderdale Improv this weekend. He's got 2 shows on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. Definitely go to FortLauderdaleImprov.com and scoop up your tickets now, because those are going to be going fast. I'm sure VIP is already sold out. So you guys definitely want to head over there right now and get those tickets, because Ian is such an incredible person to watch on stage. And like he said, this is one of those shows where you can go to multiple shows in a weekend. You can go to 2 shows a night and you'll get 2 completely different shows. So definitely get out there and look at Ian Bagg and get a ticket to his performance.
And for any of the OG Comedy Calendar fans, they'll remember you kind of shouting out when you got that weekend to perform with him, and then coming back and how elated you were and how well you spoke of him. So it's like I was anticipating the day that I would get to meet him, and then we got to interview him. Everything you said like turned out to be true. You know, he was super cool, very, very forthcoming with the information about becoming a comedian and how he did it, and really very forthcoming even where his strategy is today. So all the things you said about him, about how good he was at comedy and how good he was a person, we saw it. You know what I mean? We got to see it here in person. So this weekend, come out, Fort Lauderdale Improv, 4 shows, Ian Bag. If I can get out there, if I can get away from the Improv, if I can get some time off, I'm gonna head up there, get to meet him in person at least, and see. I mean, I can't wait for a crowd work show. You know what I mean? Like, the guy's the master of crowd work shows. So you can't even anticipate what that's gonna be like. Like, that's something that, and for us, that's like starting off. Like, I'm gonna sit there in the back and just take notes. Like, how did he, and if I can ask him any questions about it, I'm gonna go back and be like, hey, well, how did you come up with this? Or how did you think of this? So comedians in South Florida, if nothing else, go and get some lessons.
Couldn't agree more, man. Absolutely. If you haven't, again, gotten tickets for that Ian Bag show, go to fortlauderdaleimprov.com right now and get those tickets. Quickly, before we get out of here for the week, guys, I want to give you a quick look ahead to some of the amazing comedians that we got coming through the Miami Improv. If you haven't gotten tickets, and if any of these names interest you, you definitely want to go and scoop up tickets now, because as you get closer, they're going to be sold out. First of all, it's Chris D'Elia. That will be the first weekend of August, guys. That is going to be an amazing show that you definitely do not want to miss. Chris is on an amazing Renaissance tour where he is, his last special is, I think, his best special he's ever put out, in my opinion. You definitely want to come catch him there at the Miami Improv, guys. We got people like Harlan Williams, Miss Pat, Pete Holmes, Josh Johnson. Mm-hmm. All of those guys are coming through the Miami Improv very soon.
My boy David Lucas will be here August 25th and 26th, so I'm definitely excited about that show. And the Josh Johnson, I think he's already sold out all his tickets.
Very possible.
Yeah, someone recently reached out to me and asked about it. I said, hey, that show's going to sell out. And they're like, no, I think it already did. So hopefully they'll add some more dates.
Well, there you go. Hopefully they add more dates and maybe some more times. If it's already sold out this much in advance, they will definitely have an opportunity possibly. And if they do, we'll keep you guys up to date. And we always let you know when tickets are added or if sold out shows are coming. So that's about it. Art, anything else before we get out of here, man, for the week?
No, I mean, my heart goes out to all the CEOs and to all the HR, heads of HRs of all the companies out there. Stay safe, guys. Stay safe, please.
You never know who's watching. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this week's edition of the Comedy Calendar. Until next week, stay laughing.